Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're doing well. Two things today. I want to tell you about an RV show in the Houston area. If you are within a couple of hours of Houston and you don't want to spend any money going to an RV show, you can go to one at PPL Motorhomes in a couple of weeks. Now I'm going to be talking more about it as we get closer, but RV shows are fun to attend. There's no doubt. But they're expensive. I mean, you can spend 20 bucks or more on parking and to get in, and you want to buy a drink or a hot dog, you can easily drop $75 to $100 at an RV show. If you want to do it for free, go to PPL Motorhomes in Houston, Texas, and I'll put the dates up here on the screen after I shoot this video. But like I said, they're free. They got food, drinks, fun, and no salesperson breathing down your neck. Got an email. Maybe you can help me help this guy. He says, came across your channel recently. I appreciate how straightforward and honest you are in your videos. Reaching out because I'm considering making the leap into full-time RV living. Could use some advice from someone with your experience. Here's the situation. I'm 36, married. We have 2 young kids. One of the big draws to RV life for us is the financial side. It seems like with a monthly RV payment and site fees, we could save at least $1,000 a month compared to our current expenses. On top of that, the opportunity to travel, explore the country, and make amazing memories with my family is really appealing. That said, I'm sure there are challenges and considerations that might not be on my radar yet. Yes, there are. What do you think I should be keeping in mind as I explore this idea? Are there any common pitfalls or unexpected costs that people often overlook when they make the switch to full-time RV living? This is a 36-year-old young man that is, he's thinking, because there are lots of things that you don't even know yet that you're going to experience when you go full-time. So I'm going to give you, I came across this just the other day. You ever heard of Kiplinger magazine? Kiplinger is that financial, it's about finances and investments and predicting the future, if you will, financial trends. They did a deal that says 15 reasons you'll regret an RV in retirement. So this 36-year-old guy, Matt, is far from retirement, I think. But these are some reasons why you might regret having an RV anyway. So I think it's always best to look at don't just go in blindly and say, I can save $1,000 a month by living in an RV, and yay. There are so many other things to consider. And so I'm going to give you the negative, and then I'm going to give you some positives. So one of the negatives, it says, scroll down, RVs are really expensive. Yes, they are. They are much more expensive than most people think they are. In fact, if you've ever owned an RV, do you think that RVs are more expensive than you thought they were going to be? More maintenance required? Are they more expensive than you thought? Or are they less expensive than you thought they were going to be? Drop a comment, let me know down below. So they can be very expensive. By the time you add everything up, you can drop a ton of money. You'll spend even more money updating your RV's decor. You can, most RVs are pretty bland color-wise, but you can doll them up for a couple of grand. You want to get a nice mattress because most mattresses in new RVs are junk. And you want to get a nice mattress, you're going to drop, $900. I mean, you can spend less. RVs guzzle fuel. Yes, they do. They guzzle fuel. Again, these are negatives. I'm going to give you some positives in a minute. You'll need extra insurance for your RV. In fact, if you, whether you're going to live full-time or not, I think most people that have an RV, it would be good for them, good for you to contact your insurance agent, pull out your policy, and check and see exactly what you have and what's covered and what is not. Because many people are underinsured. I think that it's, take 30 minutes of your time and you could maybe save yourself some, problems in the future. You'll need extra insurance for your RV, though. That was one of them. Healthcare can be a hassle when traveling in an RV. So, young people, we don't get sick very much. You don't get sick. I'm not a young people. But healthcare can be a hassle when traveling in an RV. Being on the road in an RV means being far away from regular doctors and your insurer's network of medical providers and facilities. It says if you need stitches, you can go to urgent care for treatment, but where to go for follow-up care that's in the network. That's something to consider. As for prescription medications, this is a good tip. And if you got some tips, I'd like to hear what you think people that are going to go full time need to take into consideration. So drop that below. As for prescription medication, they recommend making sure that Walmart pharmacies are in your network, in your plan, because Walmarts are everywhere. I think that's a good idea. You'll have to deal with your own waste from your RV. Yeah, it's not fun, but it's not a big deal, but you're going to have to deal with it. RVs are a bear to drive. They can be. If you try to drive them 80 miles an hour, you've never driven one before, you're towing a big fifth wheel, they can be scary. You get in that thing, or a big Class A, they can be scary until you learn how to drive it. RV repairs can be costly. That's a big thing. If you are going to go full time and you have a repair that's going to require your RV to be at the doctor, at the dealer for service work, where are you going to live? Where are you going to stay? Even if it's under warranty, your manufacturer is probably not going to cover your hotel bills. So you got to keep that in mind. You may save $1,000 here, but you could drop $1,000 on hotel bills in no time at all. You'll need to get rid of a lot of your stuff. Now, I think that's a good thing, getting rid of your stuff. I'm an old guy, live in a sticks and bricks house, but we have got so much stuff. I look at it, that when I'm dead, my daughter is they're going to come in and just throw this stuff away. It's sad to think about. I got awards and things on the wall and, things that have been meaningful in my life, but to other people, it's just not a whole lot of stuff. It's just stuff. So you'll have to get rid of a lot of stuff. The freedom of the open road isn't free, and it's crowded. Yes, it is. The RVIA says, go where you want, when you want. And yay, let's just travel all over the place. And that sounds really good. What do they say? Sounds easy, does hard. It's not as, the road is not as open, and it is not as free, and is not as, uncrowded as you may think it's going to be. Things that you can do, harvest hosts, you can stay places for just a little bit of money, so you can lower your costs there. But that means you got to be moving all the time. It can get lonely on the road in an RV. And this Kiplinger thing is for retired people, this story. But it can get lonely on the road in an RV. But there's a whole lot of camaraderie that you can, meeting good people, friendships that you can make. An Airbnb for RVs, you might want to rent. And I think that's a really good idea. So Matt, if you're thinking about going full time, I would say don't go full time until you rent an RV. Find an RV that you are interested in, you think is going to suit you, and rent it. There's a lot of rental pools out there. Rent one, stay in it for a few weeks. You and your wife might hate it. You might love it. You got 2 little kids. You're going to experience some things in your RV that you didn't experience probably in a sticks and bricks home. So think about renting. Now here's some reasons why I think that having an RV is a good idea. One of them, they provide unmatched freedom and opportunities for adventure. They do. If you do your homework, if you will look around, there's a lot of apps out there. You can find the most wonderful places to go. There are opportunities for adventure that you just can't have if you're living in a sticks and bricks home. It's a simpler, downsized lifestyle. It is. Living with less of, I hear a lot of people say that it's difficult to throw stuff away, but it's so freeing when you finally do it. So, simpler, downsized lifestyle. I also want to say that what can help your experience is doing business with a good dealer. An honest, trustworthy RV dealer. You may think that's an oxymoron. It's not. There are great RV dealers out there. I work with some of them. I do consulting work with some of them. They are America's most trusted RV dealers, and you can find them in the description of this video down below and talk to them. Give them an opportunity to earn your business. But a great RV dealer can make, when you have a hassle, when you have a problem, it can make your life a whole lot less complicated. Cost-efficient travel and living. There are deals, as I said, that can be found. When you look at traveling, airline tickets, hotels are all expensive. Harvest hosts for RVers is a great way to save money. But like I said earlier, you got to be moving around a lot. One thing I want to caution you, Matt, don't buy the payments. Now, almost every dealer, literally, almost every dealer has learned that you're not selling the RV, you're selling payments. Oh, for only $500 a month, we can own that? Yeah, but how long is that $500? It's forever. It seems like forever. Don't buy the payments. Buy the RV, look at the price of the RV, and the price of the RV is the out-the-door price. There's no other price that you need to care about. All the things they add on, that is part of the price. Talks about a community of like-minded travelers. If you're living full-time in an RV, you're going to meet some great people. You're also going to probably meet some weirdos. There are some weirdos out there. But I think that campfire friends are genuinely pretty nice people, and you will have a sense of camaraderie if you like to be around people that are like-minded. And it's not just Republicans or Democrats. When I owned my campground, I had all different kinds of people come. We never talked politics. We just talked camping and RVing and life and all that. Another good thing, a flexible lifestyle that adapts to changing needs. If you're going to go full-time, you better be willing to adjust. Go to plan B, plan C, and adapt. Because plan A don't work very often. You're going to be blindsided. You're going to be surprised by things. It's going to test your patience. It's going to be more expensive than you thought. And I'm not trying to rain on your parade, Matt, because a lot of people are saving some money. But remember, RVs are not made for full-time living. You can do it, but they're not made for every day slamming the doors and flushing the toilet 9 jillion times and turning the faucets on and taking all the showers. They're not made for that, like your sticks and bricks home is. Now, again, you can do it, but they're not made for that. And, it's made for full-time living. Well, sort of. But my definition of full-time living is different from, obviously, some of these manufacturers. I think that maintenance of your RV is going to be a huge thing, Matt. If you do this, you're going to have the responsibility of fixing your RV a lot. And you're always going to be tinkering with something. You can cheat. You can ignore things in your sticks and bricks home. Maybe you had a drippy faucet or a problem with something in your house, and you can kind of ignore it for a while. You better not ignore it when you have an RV. You always have to stay in front of things. You will adapt. You will learn to adapt and improvise. And so these are just some things to think about. It is more than just the financial side. The financial side, I think it's going to be more expensive than you think it's going to be. But there are so many good things that can counterbalance that. Everybody's situation is different. I can't tell from a 3-paragraph email if full-time RV living for you is the right thing or not. I think that by renting an RV, going out for a month and saying we're going to live in this thing and we're not going to go back to the house, we're going to live in it and we're going to see if we don't kill each other, is not a bad idea. Is it expensive? Yep, it's expensive. But just think if it saved you from buying an RV that you spend $60, $70, whatever $1,000 on it and you hate it, how much did that rental really cost you? So think about renting. The other thing, join some Facebook groups. There are so many groups on Facebook. I've got a bunch of them, and you can go in the description of this video down below and click on it's Camping in America is my main page with like 40 some odd Facebook groups. But there's full-timers and old-timers and over 50s, and there's all different kinds of Facebook groups. Ask questions. Facebook is an invaluable tool. I don't use it for personal stuff very often, but I do when I'm talking about RVs. So those are some things to think about. Going back to the RV shows, the Houston RV show at PPL Motorhomes is going to be big. I don't know, they have 700, I don't know how many it is, but they got hundreds of RVs in stock, every different kind you can imagine, and you can get a good feel for prices, floor plans, as I said, without anybody breathing down your neck trying to sell you something. So again, the dates of those are the RV show in Houston, Texas are on the screen right now. And if you'd like to contact me like Matt did, my email address is rvwingman@gmail.com. I have a 24-hour voicemail and listen to every message, and I get back to people as quickly as I can. That's 330-946-4626. If you have a situation with your RV dealer, if you need a different perspective from somebody that really has your best interest at heart, I want to try and help. So call me at that number on the screen, 330-946-4626, and I'll do my very best. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home.